So with our parts now, we've got a hole to drill and tap, M10. Now, we've already gone through with a spotting drill. Now the spotting drill will create also the chamfer on the end. It makes it easier for the tap and means we don't have any deburring to take care of at the end here. So okay, so we've got all our holes tapped with the M10 tap. All went without a hitch, and using our new spiral flute M10 tap. And we use our tapping head. It's a reversible tapping head, and these are great for tapping holes in a machine. So this is an Australian one which I picked up in some recent tool purchases. So these are a Piper tapping head. Works very well, made in Australia. Okay, one thing with these cutouts and this type of job, always try and keep things simple, and if I can reuse an existing cutout to carry out another operation and another part, I will. So remember, this cutout was for this part here, for the drilling operation. Well, on our next part we've got a hole which has to be drilled and reamed in the corner here. Now there's no reason why we can't use this. We can still register off this face and the back face. So we put our part in. Only needs finger pressure down to hold it flat and level, as it's registering flat and level on the bottom. We nip it up in the vise, and all we do is edge find and get our hole location. So I think that'll work quite successfully for that. Now there's also another hole to go into this part. There's a hole that goes in the end here, and it's drilled all the way through the part. So for that, we've got the room here, and we will cut out another pocket. So it just supports it just barely on the edge, and the other jaw will support most of it, and then that'll sit in there. But of course with our pocket, she'll sit down around down there somewhere. So we'll go ahead and we'll get these ones here done first, and then we'll move on to the other cross hole. we're just drilling these holes in, 5.7 diameter, so we can put our 6mm reamer through. So we have our 6mm reamer set up now in the collet chuck, so we'll run all these through. Bit of cutting oil. Okay, so our next operation on this, we've got a 1/2 inch hole to drill through the end here, and it comes all the way through the part. So you've just seen us cut this pocket out. So what the plan is, we just drop our piece in there, and we're in location. So it will index off this face here, same thing as we were doing off here. So a lot of width just to make it easier to put the part in and out. Just push it up, hold it in the corner with your finger, tighten up, drill, take it out, next one in, done. So we'll get drilling on these ones. Okay, we've completed all we have to complete on these parts here. There's just a couple of minor little bits of deburring we have to carry out. So you can see at the end of the day, when you do have these small runs of parts to do, how efficient and quick it is to just machine out a set of soft jaws for the mill and do as much as you can in the mill, and it makes the job move along quite smoothly. So the next part of this job, we'll move on to this pile of brackets. So we have a bore that has to be machined out to take a bearing, and another part here just has to have a small feature machined on the end of it. Now all our parts have come in from McMaster's. The bearings, the shoulder bolt cap screws, and all the parts to put this lot together, as you'll see in another video. And one thing we did get from McMaster's, which we can't get stuff like this here in Australia, is like these little hand wheels. It's already machined, it's already been dimpled in to take your drill bit to drill it out, or ream, or whatever you want to do to get to the bore. These are a beautifully finished handle, and we just can't get things like this over here in Australia. Well, years ago they probably used to make them, but nowadays we can't get them. Same with some of the shoulder length cap screws. Well, we can only get a very broad range of sizes, and through McMaster's we were able to pick up the sizes in between the sizes that we get here in Australia. So that worked out good, and that did make some of the design alterations a lot easier, as the initial drawings on this project were very broad. So, and then what we're going to do is we'll move on to my favourite method of short production parts in the lathe. So I picked up this new chuck for the lathe a while back, and we'll go through the process of how, combined with these jaws here, we make a very easy process for short run repetition work in the lathe. Well, anyway, hopefully some of you might have got some little bits and pieces out of that, how I would tackle a short production run job. So the rest of the machining on that's only a couple of short bits to do, but I will include it in the next video, as we will cover a little bit on the soft jaws in the lathe. And the boring, we'll just do it our fixture plate here. I'll drill the holes in this off camera, as a number of people have done that already, but I will show you the setup anyway. So anyway, take care, and we'll hopefully see you in the next video.